Well, if you were born before 1965, you know exactly what this music is in the background. And you can probably guess what it is that I'm going to be speaking about this evening. Yes, prosperity. We're going to be speaking about prosperity as a component of shalom. Now, when most of us think of prosperity, the thing that comes to many of our minds is money, 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 money. And there is so much more in prosperity than just the dollar or the franc or the German mark or the yuan, whatever. There is much more to prosperity than just what we spend it on. Let me read you a definition of prosperity. It says that prosperity is a successful, flourishing, or thriving condition. Now, we all know lots of people who have lots of money who are not flourishing or thriving. They're merely rich. Okay, and so let's think again about prosperity and what it means and whether or not it means money. Then I'd like to look at some synonyms for the word prosperity. And those synonyms are accomplishment. Okay, accomplishment can mean much more than just financial accomplishment. It can mean educational accomplishment. It can be the achieving of one's goals, perhaps one's health goals. It can also be the attainment of a particular award that you would like to win. It could be accomplishment in music. It can be accomplishment in art. Prosperity can also mean expansion. Now, expansion, again, is not necessarily a money term. Expansion can mean lots of other things. And so we need to think about expansion. It can also mean growth. Prosperity can mean growth, and that growth can be personal growth, emotional growth, intellectual growth, spiritual growth. And of course, it can mean success. And success very often to us means money, but there are many other things that are much more successful than just money. We can successfully complete a degree. We can successfully complete a marathon. We can successfully compete in a contest, an intellectual contest. Doggone it, we can successfully win the hot dog eating contest at Nathan's that's run every year. So, again, prosperity means a lot more. And what I'd like to ask you today is, are you prospering in your life? Now, there is a scripture for those of you who are people of faith. It's the book of 3rd John. That's not the Gospel of John, but it's the three chapters, the three books that are right before the book of Revelation. And it says in verse 2, 3rd John is only a one chapter book, and it says, "Beloved, I wish that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers." Now that's very interesting, because what John, the Apostle John, St. John is saying is that you will prosper as your soul prospers, as you prosper in your knowledge of God, as you prosper in your faith walk, then everything else will prosper as well. And so what I want to ask you today is, number one, are you prospering? Number two, is that prosperity only money, or are there other areas where you're prospering? And number three, do you have a plan to grow? And that growth will actually have you to prosper in ways that may bring you money, but ways that are not only money. As you think on prosperity as a component of shalom today, think about how you were prospering and how that prospering will bring you the peace that you need. Have a good evening.